Hello Stampers, I've got a pretty little card for you today, and this one is using the Night Divine bundle along with the Stars at Night bundle. And here's the Night Divine bundle that we'll be using. This has some beautiful sentiments in it, and it also has these dies which we'll be using. And it has the whole nativity scene. So the dies that we're going to be using, this guy here. He's all attached to these people for the nativity scene, but we're going to cut him out and separate him from the rest. And then we're going to use this little sheep down here. So this just gives you some more options for your set. I went ahead and die cut those people out, like the whole nativity scene, but I only cut these two out at the edge of the paper. Then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it off right there, leave that whole bottom piece, and then I have him, our little shepherd guy here, and he has his staff. So we have that piece done, and that was done out of basic black, and I cut it out using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then here is our little sheep that we cut out. That was also out of basic black. So we have those pieces done. And then for our star, so here's the stamp set that coordinates with the dies. Then we have all these star dies. And this is the one I used for our star for this project. And this also comes with, when you get the bundle, is this hybrid embossing folder. It's awesome. So it has all these stars on it. So that is the bundle when you get it together. And so I have my star cut out here. I cut it out of basic white. I'm going to set it aside. And then I also cut two little strips for the sides here. And these are 1/8 by 2 inches. I cut two of those out of basic white. So we have all our little pieces done. So now we're just going to do our background here. And I have a 3x5 piece of basic white cardstock. You can find all the dimensions for this card down below this video. Just click show more and you'll see them there, along with all the links to the products. That'll take you directly to my online store where you can shop with me 24/7. So we have our paper all ready. And with this project, instead of blending brushes, we're going to be using sponges. And when you use sponges, you get this textured look. It's kind of a dotted look to it, where the blending brushes are very smooth. This is more rough looking. And I like this, especially when you're doing like filtered light. I like this look. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using all sponges here instead of blending brushes. And let's see, we need a Post-it note. We're going to cover our ground area first. We're going to use a Post-it note for this. I have a 3x5 Post-it note here, and this is the sticky part up here. And I'm just going to rip just a little bit off, and then I'm going to come down and make a big swoop and come back up and then just do a little bit. That way I'm not ripping all the sticky part off. I still have plenty of sticky part at these two edges. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to mask the bottom of our cardstock here. I'm probably masking, a good 2 inches. There we go. And now we have that covered for our sandy area. So now I'm going to get out my lightest blue color, and I'm using Azure Afternoon. This is a really kind of vibrant baby blue. And I'm going to grab a sponge here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some white area here. I'm going to start at the top here and kind of leave some white area and kind of pounce back and forth. And when I'm pouncing, I'm moving my my sponge back and forth here so I don't get a pattern with my sponge. And then I'm going to do the same here, and I'm going to leave a nice white area, and it's going to widen as we go down. Kind of like a Christmas tree shape almost. A big triangle. So I have that in there. And then I'm kind of working all that color off of my sponge. When you just have a little bit left, just go ahead and go over that white area. And that gives you a light coating of that blue there, so it's not so stark. Okay, so we have that on there, Azure Afternoon. We're going to go to our next color here, which is Blueberry Bushel. Grabbing another sponge here. And we're going to do that same thing. I'm adding that on, only I'm not going to cover all of that Azure Afternoon up that I have along that light area. So we're getting darker as we're going this way and leaving some of that light showing. And then we're going to add some here on the left side, doing that same thing, just not covering up all that Azure Afternoon. There we go. Now I'm going to go even darker yet. I'm going to get out the Night of Navy. And this I'm going to get pretty dark over here at the side. And the darker you get on this side, the more this really stands out. And we're just going to add just a hint of that over here on the right. I mean on the left. Okay, so that was Night of Navy. And now I think that my white area is a little too wide. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to grab that Azure Afternoon again. And I'm going to make this area a little narrower. It's always nice to leave a little bit more room than you need, and then come back in and make it a little narrower when you want to. Better to start out with too much, and that way you can narrow it down. Okay, so there we have that. And now I'm going to take this Post-it note off. And now we can go ahead and put our color in for our sand down here, or dirt, or whatever it is. And I'm going to start out with I'm going to start out with crumb cake for this. Again, we're using a sponge. So crumb cake, and I'm doing that same pouncing that I did at the top, getting that texture. And I'm filling in that whole white area above the Post-it note here. I shifted that Post-it note, I didn't tell you, but I shifted the Post-it note over so I don't have that same pattern. My dip here is over here instead of here. It's always nice when you can kind of change that pattern up. Makes your scene a little more interesting. Okay, so that was the crumb cake. I'm going to go darker yet, and I'm going to pull out the pecan pie here. And I'm adding that pecan pie right here. And that gives some depth to our hill here. Now I'm leaving this area here light, like that light is shining down and it's keeping that light area there. So I'm just going to add some here on the left. See how it's light there? So I'm going to keep that in. Okay, so I have that. Now we can take that Post-it note all the way off. I'm going to go back into my crumb cake. and just pounce in that whole white area here. This is a fun little scene to do. And I love that textured look that we're getting. Okay, so that was the crumb cake. Now we're going to add some more of that pecan pie. A little over here. And we're going to go right up to where that light is shining down. So our light is here. I'm going to kind of cut it off here. And then add a little here at the side. Okay, so we got that. Our light is shining down on our ground area. How about that? Okay, so now I'm going to get some Memento Tuxedo Black out here. We're going to stamp our sentiment on this. And we're putting Oh Holy Night on here. And you could use about any of those sentiments in that set to put on the front of your card. And just going to give it a good stamp. I like to hold my sentiments down for a couple counts here so I get a nice strong image. There's our sentiment. We're going to add our star. I'm just going to adhere that on with multi-purpose glue. Just going to put it right at the top of the light area here. Looks good. Okay, I'm going to add our shepherd on. Just make sure you're putting your adhesive on the side that you want it on. That way your guy's facing the right way, your little shepherd here. So I have him on. I'm going to add our sheep. You could probably put a couple sheep if you wanted to. There's plenty of room. I just added one. If you're going to make a bunch of these, you might want to keep your sheep to a minimum there. And there is our scene. It went really quick. I'm going to add a little bit of bling on it. I'm going to pull out the basic rhinestones here. Just going to add about 3 of these around my star here. It's a good use for all those little rhinestones you have. And there's our scene all done. Okay, so we're going to add our main panel to a basic white panel here. And this panel is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Just going to adhere it on. Use whatever glue or adhesive you like. I just like my multi-purpose glue so I have a chance to move things around if I don't have it straight. So there is our main panel. Now we're going to set it aside. This is our inside panels. I have a basic white panel that is 3 3/4 by 5. Let's add a little love in there. And I'm putting it on the Starry Sky panel. And that Starry Sky panel is 4 by 5.25. And then I have a basic white card base here. And it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And then I folded it in half to create my quarter card. Just going to adhere this in here. I'm not sure what sentiment I'm going to put on the inside yet. I always do that when I know who I'm sending it to. That's just a preference of mine. Okay, there's our inside. Then for our outside, I'm just adding another Starry Sky panel that's 4 by 5.25. So we have 2 of those, one for the inside and one for the outside. Just line it up here. There we go. And then I'm going to pop my main panels up here with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Just to give my card just a bit more entrance. You could actually glue this right down if you're worried about, you know, having to put more postage or something on your card. Okay, I have my Stampin' Dimensionals on. I got the backings off. I'm just going to center this up here. I like to gently lay it down first just to make sure I have it straight where I want it, and then press it down. That way if it's wonky, I can pick it back up. Now we're going to put our little strips on here. I like to turn it sideways. When I put these little strips on, it kind of helps you view where the middle of the panel is that you're putting it on. That's one side, and that's, oh, that's a little wonky. There we go. And now we'll put one on this side. Little strips of cardstock. It's a very economical way to add interest to your card panels. Okay, add this one on. Give it a look. I like that. And there is our card, all finished for today. I hope you enjoyed this project and that you give it a try. It's a lot of fun, and I think it turns out beautiful. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Doodles.